Hey folks, Keith Stickley here with Stickley Family Farms. It's a big day. What day is it? It's planting day. The day that we take this old piece of machinery, hooked onto that old tractor, and we plant that old field right there. Our corn maze is about just a little over 4 acres. And we use some quote-unquote archaic technology, if you will, to get the job done. It all starts out here with our 50, I think it's a 55 or 56 Ford 640. People say, hey Keith, why don't you have a newer tractor? Well, when that tractor won't do what I need it to do, maybe I'll consider it. But until now, that thing is rock solid. It's awesome. Henry Ford, Harry Ferguson, couple of geniuses who figured that out. We are towing a 494A 4-row corn planter, and this thing is crazy how this works. These people who came up with these systems were mechanical geniuses. The whole thing is towed by the tractor right there. You'll notice a hydraulic cylinder right there. That hydraulic cylinder lifts and raises all the planting equipment, and there's a transmission on it that engages and disengages. Why does it do that? Well, because here are hoppers of seed. We got John over there filling them up. Just fill them about a quarter or about a third. That's good. Right there. And there's a disc inside here that spins around, and the disc has these little holes in it, and it picks up each seed at a time, drops it to a tube down here through the plow, puts it at precisely the depth that we need. We're going, I think, about 1 3/4 inches. I think that's right. It's set up right. I forget if that's what it is, but I think that's what it is. And then this planting wheel here closes up the hole and makes it all snug as a bug in the proper depth. So that's what we're gonna do. Now these things out here, they are actually scratching the surface of the dirt. As I go down, it drags a line in the dirt, and that's how I know where to line up my tractor on the next pass, so you get that perfect even pass. Now, because we're doing a corn maze, we have to plant this a little different. Some of the local farmers that don't do mazes, they're just planting corn. They're like, what in the world are you doing? We actually have to plant our field twice. We plant it in a crisscross pattern. Otherwise, if you're trying to make a maze and you only plant rows, well, every single row is a way out of the maze, right? So we got to block it up. So we plant it like a grid, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. So we got some friends out here to help us. We'll take some shots and some footage as we go, but this is how Stickley Family Farms plants the corn maze. It's always a big night here at the farm. Every year we do this. Well, do some farming, they say. It'll be fun, they say. So far we are Ford 1, John Deere none. Hey Keith, is that supposed to look like that? No, it's not. That's the hitch assembly and everything for our planter, which is now, well, a little bit of a mess. But we got the other Ford out here to pick up the pieces, and hopefully we can get this to the fabricator tonight. We don't have a very big field, but this is why a lot of farmers during planting season just don't get any sleep, because when something goes wrong, you get to take it apart, fix it, and you got to do it now because our window to plant is pretty small. So we're out here unbolting a couple things and getting it done. Hopefully we can salvage this while our good window of planting is still open. Well, it's a good thing when you live out in the country, you got neighbors with heavy welders. I got a wire welder, but it's not big enough to do this job. But friends to the rescue, here we come, and hopefully we'll be back out in the field in a little while and we'll keep it going. You can actually shoot some selfie video here at night. You know, farming, I have the utmost respect for these guys that go out there and do hundreds of acres, because this is hard work, stuff breaks, and you don't really get to quit. Unfortunately, we had to shut down for tonight. I'm really hoping that we're able to get a quick repair going in the morning. That's a little bit of a different repair, so that we could sort of save our planting. We have sort of a narrow window that we have to do it. I hope we'll make it. Here's what basically happened. We're not really using the right setup on this. We're using sort of a twist bar, and with this funky knuckle that allows it to rotate and really get too much play there, and it's popping this old old casting. It literally looks like this John Deere stuff is put together with like castings and not like hard, I don't know, strap steel or whatever like we're used to with, I don't know, quite frankly, the Ford stuff. So having this knuckle here and this twist, you know, it's putting a ton of pressure actually on this, and that's just not working. What I need to do is cut all this stuff out, I think, and put in a traditional wagon style hook, which will basically eliminate this moving here. So we'll basically back up to it. There'll be a piece on the top of the hole, piece on the bottom of the hole. It'll go onto this just like our wagon. You put a pin through it, and then we'll go. And then when we turn, that will also give us a little bit more turning radius, I think, too, because the slot will, you know, allow the bar to kind of roll into it. So that's where we got kind of stuck on the night. Not too cool, not too fun. You know, when you're out here, we're only doing a 4-acre corn maze, but we do have a kind of a limited time frame to do it in. You know, nobody's, what do they say? Nobody's coming to save you. You got to figure these things out for yourself. And I guess that's one of the things that makes the American farmer so special. I tell you what, you know, our country and our economy really kind of got away from a lot of this stuff. There's not a lot of people, you know, going into these farms. The family farm is sort of disappearing, and a lot of these skills are as well, you know, and we weren't raised doing this stuff from the get. So we're making every mistake possible, but we're having a blast doing it. And luckily there's still enough neighbors and community out here that they're trying to show us the ropes and correct all the mistakes that we make, so that we can come on out here and make memories with everybody, because that's what it's all about. So it's kind of a bummer. It's going to be a late night. It's going to be an early morning, but I don't know. Cross your fingers. We'll give you another video update. I hope that we'll get her done. Old Bessie here, this Ford 640 is still going. It's going strong. She's running fantastic. Got a new water pump at the end of the season last year, and that's holding good. So here we are. I don't know. Just we're farming and fixing problems. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Hey folks, and we're back after that dramatic night of breaking stuff. And I got to tell you, I am really, really grateful that we live in a community with some super talented craftspeople. You know, guys like welders and fabricators. Those are things that people just aren't coming out of the woodwork to do anymore. Huge shout out. We're gonna see if it works. I assume it's gonna work. Huge shout out to Yoder's Welding in Ottawa. They're not gonna see this because they're Amish, but I'm grateful for them anyway. If you need something fabbed up and you're seeing this and you're in the area, look him up, Yoder's Welding over in Ottawa. Here's what he ended up doing. He had a conversation with us regarding sort of how this thing articulates and how it needs to move and the proper setup for using this kind of drawbar, which isn't really the best way to do this. Back in the day, most guys would have had a drawbar kind of under the axle. We don't really have that. This has already been modified before we got it, so it probably wouldn't work out right if we tried that. Maybe, I don't know. But those guys have a lot of wagons, and this is what they use, and they think that it's safe and pretty effective as far as that goes. So we're gonna give it a try. Look at the welds on this. These guys are flipping artists. Basically a clevis hitch, and you know, they added a lot of meat to it. So if we break this thing, it wasn't meant to be. I don't know. I have a feeling hopefully it'll be all right. We ran for basically 4 seasons with it, so I don't know. Let's try it out. Wish us luck. Oh yeah, and the weather. We're racing the weather. Here we go. Last row, and the heavens just opened up. Yuck. Not too fun. Yuck. Last row, and the heavens just opened up. That's timing. Well, you know, it's funny. I thought I used to gamble with the weather in my old profession, doing circus sideshow stuff and being out at the fairgrounds and getting rained out. But, you know, farmers do the same, apparently. We had about 6 rows to go, 6 passes to go. What is that, 24 rows. It was sprinkling, drizzling a little bit. We were getting it in the ground okay. And then on that last pass, all heck broke loose. And now I'm taking my third shower of the day. The corn's in the ground. Now it's going to have something to drink, and we're going to hope for the best, and hopefully the corn starts sprouting up, and we could do a couple of the treatments that we do and grow some corn and make some fun for you guys. So if you're enjoying all this content, check us out on our socials. Like our video, like our channel, like our Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, actually. That's kind of neat. And we'll be posting updates as we do stuff out here at the farm. We appreciate it very much. We're at 1296 Wattles Road here in Colon, Michigan, the magic capital of the world. The farm stand, actually that's what I'm under right now, stand dry. Out in the parking lot here, the vintage Ford truck farm stand is open. We got fresh eggs there right now. We were hoping this weekend maybe to get some wood items there. We've been a little bit delayed because we've been doing the whole thing with getting the corn in the ground and that, but hopefully we can get a little bit caught up this weekend and get a break on the weather. So that's it. Eggs are still $2 a dozen, and we got them right here inside the old eggerator. There it is. Just open it up right there, and you can put your $2 a dozen right there in the little box. You know, also funny, we came out here, I suggested it just because it looked picturesque to me, but yesterday I drove by and I didn't stop in, I was going someplace, but there was a bunch of kids, I don't know if it was prom or what they were doing, but they were taking a bunch of cool photos in front of the farm stand. I thought that was kind of neat, so you're welcome to come and use it as a little photo op if you want. So that's it for right now, guys. Stickley Family Farms. We'll give you an update when we can. Take care.